Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in this short video tutorial we will be learning about structures in C++. So what is a structure? A structure groups or bundles different data together, right? Or a structure groups related data together, related data about an entity or an object. So how to define a structure? Let's do that first. Remember that structures are always defined outside any function. Here we have only one function called main. So just above the main function, we are going to declare and define our own structure. Structure is declared with the keyword struct, all small letters. So I'm going to say struct, and then you give your structure meaningful name. So for instance, if we are representing a book, and all related data about a book will be bundled within this structure. So I'm going to call this structure book. The naming conventions for structure is the same as that of variables and functions. So the name should be meaningful, that's important. And then within the body of the structure, we declare related data about the book. So every book has a title. So I'm going to declare a string variable. I'm going to call it title. Then we are going to declare another variable, the book written by the author. So the name of the author. So I'm going to say string author. And a book has a version. If it is the second version or the third version of the book, I'm going to mark it as int, and I'm going to call it version. And there could be even more data about the book depending on the requirements. The body of the structure begins with the opening curly brace and closing curly brace, and at the end of the closing curly brace you must put a semicolon, otherwise you are going to get a syntax error. Now, when you declare a structure or define a structure, you are creating a custom data type, and from which you can create variables and use them in your program. So let's see how to use this structure that we have defined in our program. I'm going to come here in the main function, and I'm going to create a variable of type book, because book is now a new data type. So I'm going to say book. Let's give it a short name, b. So we have created a variable b of type book now, because as I said, when you create a structure, you create a new data type or a custom data type. In books of programming, it is also called user defined type, right? So now in order to access the members of the structure, these variables that we have declared inside the body of the structure are called members of the structures. To access each member within this structure variable, we use the dot operator. The dot operator is also known as member access operator. So all you have to do is to type the name of the variable b, then dot, and as you can see, this IDE, which is called Qt Creator, helps me display the list of members within this particular structure. So I'm going to click on the title, and I'm going to give it a title, for example, object oriented programming. And then again, similarly for all other members of the structures, we are going to say b, then the dot operator, then the author, and I'm going to call it James Smith, and b dot version equal to, for example, 4, because the data type of the version is int. So we have to assign an integer value. And remember that title and author both are of type string, and when you initialize string variables, you have to enclose them in double quotation marks, right? Now we have defined one variable of type b. We have initialized all of its member with the help of the dot operator, and in order to display the values of this variable b on the console window, you can use the cout statement. So I'm going to say cout. I'm going to call it book title. This is just a string appended with the value. So b dot title, and del Again, similarly, if you want to access the value of the member within a structure, you use the dot operator and then the name of that member. Similarly, we're going to say cout book author b.author and L, and I have made a mistake by putting 3 less than symbol, so I'm gonna, and then book version b.version and L. If I save this program, I'm going to compile it first. Make sure to compile your code for any syntactical errors. So let's just compile it. In this IDE, if I see green line here at the right bottom, that means that there are no compilation errors, no syntax errors. So I can now execute the program to see the output. As you can see on screen, book title is object-oriented programming, book author is James Smith, and book version is 4. So this is how we define a structure. In the next video, we are going to learn about nested structure, a structure within a structure. And then we are going to talk about arrays of structures, right? So thanks for watching. In case if you have any question, leave that question in the comment section. I will try to answer them. See you next time.